10 North tribes lost, y'all. Where they go? I don't know. Where do you think they are?
Where the Ricans at? Native Islanders, Latinos, we gon' bring them back. So don't ever say that the whole northern kingdom black. Unless you finna show where every tribe of Eve from at. Kinda that. Anybody that can't see the suffering, it's malfunctioning, probably need a buffering. Judah called it so bad cause we was the lead. We bear the brunt of this punishment if we was the kings. And that could blind us sometimes to where we fail to see. All tribes going through hell, it's not just we. They in the ghetto right with us, living in poverty. The Spanish conquered him like the English conquered me. He ain't supposed to be Catholic, the flood swallowed him. The Christianity of that time beat the brew out of him. Board the town of SD where I grew, many lighter than me. Others be darker than you because Ephraim is a cake not turned. That's half of them like other half still burn, yeah. Cause they burn, lust make their face turn. And you'll never find them making skin color your concern. If all 12 tribes black, where the rest of them at? You got a whole lot to say, but you never say that. Talk to me, I talk back, where the rest of them at? If all 12 tribes black,
Be my curiosity. Where they at? Produce them.
you only seeing what's federal. Wanna see Jacob's trouble? Take a look into Mexico, where the primary resource is coming from selling dope. The guns that the states confiscate, guess where they go? Straight to the cartels. They done broke loose all hell. Tribulation heavy like barbells. But you claiming they don't suffer the curses. Talk about a casino, my gab brothers is hurting. Gambling ain't righteous, abomination for sure. They got what anybody can get for selling they soul. Lives ruined at their slot machines, days on end. An addiction that's intense, steady blowing the wind. Same way the devil used us, did his thing through us. Our stars left this world chewed up for a few bucks. But before that, who was marching around fire singing?
Fringes and all.
Ephraim is a cake not turned. That's half of them like other half still burn, yeah. Cause they burn, lust make their face turn. And you'll never find them making skin color your concern. If all 12 tribes black, where the rest of them at? You got a whole lot to say, but you never say that. Talk to me, I talk back, where the rest of them at? If all 12 tribes black.
Now you can stuff that history book back in your bag. Here, Bible. I want to see thus saith the Lord. Read the Bible. Hosea 7 and 8. Ephraim, he has mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. A cake not turned. So like Elder say, what will happen if you don't flip a cake? One side will cook dark brown and the top will be pasty and raw, right? But you'll get them brothers and sisters that don't want to accept that everybody that's chosen ain't gonna look like them. You know, they still dealing with the hatred of the world. Where it was okay to dog everybody out that don't look like you. See what I'm saying? So they debunk Hosea 7 and 8 and say, oh, that's not talking about the races mixing. That has nothing to do with skin color and races mixing. Okay, so now let's back it up a little bit and see if that's what this is talking about. Hosea chapter 7 from the top. When I would have healed Israel, then the iniquity of Ephraim was discovered, and the wickedness of Samaria. Samaria is the part of Israel that the northern kingdom occupied. And what were they doing there? For they committed falsehood. They had given in a falsehood. And what happened as a result of this? And the thief cometh in. The thief here is pertaining to the Gentiles. And the troop of robbers spoileth without. These heathen robbers spoiled them all throughout. They were no more good. Rot, they were rot. Two, when they consider not in their hearts that I remember all their wickedness. They wasn't scared of the Most High no more. They had lost all fear. Now their doings have beset them about. They are before my face. They have fallen before the Most High's face, as if he couldn't see it. Totally disrespected him, which made it okay for them to do what? 3, they made the king glad with their wickedness, and the princes with their lies. It made it okay for them to flatter the kings and princes of the world with their wickedness and lies. Now here come the blows. What else did they do? Verse 4, they are all adulterers. Kabang, they are all adulterers. They are cheating on their husbands and wives with these Gentiles. As an oven heated by the baker, hot as an oven for these Gentiles, who ceaseth from raising after he have kneaded the dough. There go the neglect toward the cake. They about to leave it cooking on one side. Now see if they would have stayed and been there to flip the cake, it'd have been completely brown on both sides, like the southern kingdom. But no, what happens instead? Until it be leavened. Now that cake is leavened out. But overcooking the cake don't put leaven in it, do it? No, it does not. So what leaven is this talking about? Consult in Deuteronomy chapter 7 verses 3 through 4 if you want to get what the law states about laying with Gentiles. That's the leaven they let in. It's talking about the blood of heathens that they laid with and made marriages and babies with. That's the leaven. They left that cake unturned. Now only the bottom no root is still brown, but the top is white, pasty, and raw. That is the leaven this is talking about. Jump down to 6. Let's stay on this burning lust that the northern kingdom was dealing with that was hot as an oven. 6, for they have made ready their heart. Made it ready like what? Like an oven. Kabang, hot as an up, burning with passion and lust for these Gentiles. Like 1 Corinthians 7 and 9 say, it's better to marry than to stay unmarried and burn, referring to lust. Romans 1 and 27 also proves that to burn is to lust. Let's keep getting it. Verse 6. For they have made ready their hearts like an oven, while they lie in wait, just waiting for the opportunity to lay with the heathen every chance they got. Their baker sleepeth all the night, sleepeth all the night. There go that cake burning again. Baker knocked out. That cake ain't about to get flipped. In the morning it burneth as a flame of fire, like flames of fire. Still burning in the morning after it done went down. Still ain't satisfied. This talking about lust, my people, strong lust. 7, and they are all hot as an oven. Hot as an oven, so hot that what? And have devoured their judges. So hot that they bite off the heads of those that upbraid them according to the law that they break. And their kings are fallen. So they kings, their leaders are doing it too, from the highest all the way down to the least. All of them. There is none among them that calleth upon me. See, from the highest all the way down to the lowest. There was none of them that was still praying and calling unto the Most High no more at that point. They were all the way gone astray with the Gentiles. And therefore what? Verse 8, Ephraim, he has mixed himself among the people. People here is referring to Gentiles, family. Take Hosea 7 and 8 into the Strongs and see what that term people there is referring to. They had totally mixed themselves in with the nations. So not only did a great majority of them start looking like the heathens, but they was doing what the nations did, eating what the nations ate, serving the nations' gods, looking so much like them. Some of them to this day you can't tell them apart. You gotta ask a northern tribe sometime what they nation is. They be looking Caucasian, Asian, Middle Eastern, Arabic, all that. This didn't happen to no 12 tribe of Negroes that you guys are claiming. Run 8 from the top. Verse 8, Ephraim has mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. They a cake not turned, burning with lust, mixed in with the Gentiles. And even at one point was being called Gentiles by name, not even being recognized as Israelites. So redeeming them and waking them up. All praises to the Most High through Christ, bringing them back to the fold where they belong. So you can't say who is not until you can say who is. So till you can show us that this Negro tribe is Issachar and that Negro tribe is Gad, and prove it through scriptures, then you can say who's not this and who's not that and debunk the 12 tribe chart. And I say Issachar and Gad because that's mainly who get picked on about this. And I say through scriptures because y'all always trying to pull out some history book written by some Mason or some atheist or some Satanist somewhere. Them history books don't trump this Bible. Nah, you gotta pull script. Cause if you want to do history books, that Lost Tribes and Promised Lands by Ronald Sanders is knocking all them books out the water straight up. And he does give scripture in that book. So I'ma let the word of the Most High be the truth and every man a liar. Amen. So where are these lost 10 tribes at? Let's find them and get out of here. 2nd Esdras 13 and 39 through 45. And whereas thou sawest he gathered another peaceable multitude unto him. So the Father took the peaceable ones out of Assyrian captivity. And who were they? 40, those of the 10 tribes. What 10 tribes? Which were carried away prisoner out of their own land in the time of O.C. the king. Kabang, in the time of who? O.C. the king. In the time of Hosea the king. O.C. is Hosea. You know the same Hosea we were just reading about out of chapter 7. Confirmation that we are still speaking on the same Israelites who burned with lust, mixed with the nations, and became a cake unturned. Whom Salmanasar, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the water. Now that could sound like the king of Assyria carried them over the waters, but no, that's the Most High. The Most High carried them over the waters, calmed the waters so they could get across. And so came they into another land. And they came into another land. Now focus on that another land right there. That's a key point. Get 41. 41, but they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen. So they turned from their wicked ways and left the Gentiles. And where did they go? Let's find it. And go forth into a further country. Into a further country. Tell me more about this further country. Where never mankind dwelt. To a country where no man ever dwelt. And we talking 722 to 720 BC here, fam. This is blatant again. The north, east, and south was already inhabited, so they had to went west to where no man had ever dwelt. And we gon' prove it. Jump down to 43. 43, and they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow places of the river. So they started in the Euphrates. And brothers and sisters out there will say that they didn't come to America, that the 10 lost tribes are still in the Middle East somewhere. Yeah, well, I got news for you. Jump down to 45. 45, for through that country there was a great way to go. A great ways to go. How far a ways to go? Namely, a year and a half. It took them a year and a half to get there wherever they went. It don't take no year and a half to still be stuck in the Middle East, family. Nah, they came up out of the Euphrates. They came all the way around, went west, and came up to North, Central, and South America. After all these lands was already inhabited, what name had the Most High given America? In the same region is called ARSARETH. ARSARETH, and what does ARSARETH mean? Let's get it out the Bible encyclopedia. ARSARETH, this is the land to which the 10 tribes were deported in 2nd Esdras 13 and 45. That's where we at 2nd Esdras 13 and 45. It is described as another land. Kabang, that's what ARSARETH means. It means another land, lying a year and a half's journey beyond the river Euphrates. Kabang, you see a year and a half's journey away. The nation that burned with lust, mixed with the Gentiles, got booted off the land to Assyrian captivity, left there, traveled 18 months away from the Euphrates to a place called ARSARETH, which means another land, aka the last and final and shortest running kingdom, according to the last of the 4 beasts in the book of Daniel. Everybody knows that's America. Kabang, bang, bang. 10 lost tribes have been found, fam. Kabang, bang, bang. They ain't lost no more. Booyaka, booyaka. And I am your brother, Bron7e. Unity, BWO, we taking over. Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 28. And the Lord rooted them up out of their land in anger and in wrath and in great indignation, and cast them into another land. Where? Another land. Nah, north to Europe. Another land. Nah, east into China. Another land. Nah, south into Africa. You don't even need a boat to get there. Another land. What ARSARETH mean? Another land. What ARSARETH mean? Another land. And how long would they remain there? As it is this day.